What's up, gang? Friday, cocktails, grilling, tri-tip, and BMWs. It's been a while since I've been on a live, so I figured let's hop on here, mix up a little mixy, see if anybody wants to show up. We need some tunes too. Let me get the tunes. Lives are so weird because when you first start them, there's just nobody here. I'm just talking to myself, but that's okay. I talk to myself all the time. We're used to it. Filming YouTube videos is kind of just talking to yourself. But I just like to think that I'm just like talking to my best friend, talking to one of you guys. We got two people. What's cracking, y'all? Getting some music going, doing some Friday cocktails and tri-tip. Gonna barbecue a little tri-tip. Catch you guys up to speed on the giveaway car, all that jazz. I did some work on it today. All right, tunes, check. Whoever's in here, give me a thumbs up that you can hear me too. I'm testing out a new microphone. Testing out a new lav mic. What up, Jason? Happy Friday, partner. That's what this live is all about. Celebrating a Friday. Fridays are good. Fridays are even sweeter than Saturdays, I feel like, because you have the entire weekend to look forward to. It's like you get a little bonus evening. That's for sure. Still never loving, but still going some more. We got a thumbs up. We got a thumbs up, so I guess that means my mic is good. TGIF, partner. Gonna mix up a little tequila cocktail here. Get this tri-tip on the barbecue. You guys got any weekend plans? All right, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do like what's it called? Paloma? You know that one? A Paloma? A little tequila, we'll do some citrus, and I think I got some grapefruit soda. Sounds good. We should drink it out of a mason jar. If I got a good one. This will do. Yeah, did some work on the giveaway car today. Got her tuned up a little bit. Bring back the Charlie Chaplin, dude. I would get attacked in the streets if I went full Charlie Chaplin. People would attack me. Maybe for like Halloween or something. What do you guys got for weekend plans? Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't have to yell. My mic is right here. What do you guys got for weekend plans? Huh? Me, I think I might be going to this event called Oyster Fest. It's a local event in my area. It happens every year. I live in an area that's kind of known for oyster farming. We got bomb-ass Pacific Coast oysters, and they do a big Oyster Fest celebration with... What up, Corbin? No, it's time. Don't let the past control you. You're funny. Yeah, so they do grilled oysters, raw oysters, cocktails, all kinds of stuff. It's kind of like a big city party. It's pretty fun. Jason, weekend plans, watching my son race at the U.S. Rowing Youth National Championships? Congratulations, dude. Sounds like you got a kick-ass son. Weather in NorCal way better than weather here in Florida. You know, I've been interested in Florida. I've been curious about Jupiter, Florida. Do you know anything about that place? The only reason why I'm curious is like one of the golf capitals of the United States. And I've become so in love with golf. But I really want to go explore Florida. To answer your question, Corbin, I think I'm going to do like a tequila Paloma. Downside is I just lost my shot glass. I ran the garbage disposal the other day and the shot glass was down in the bottom of the sink and it shattered it. I thought I was going to break my disposal, but it actually chewed it up. What up, Echo? Haven't seen you in a minute, dude. Too darn hot. Today it's kind of chilly, dude. I actually had to put a sweatshirt on to go outside and take care of the chickens. It's kind of chilly. I'd say it's high 50s, low 60s. Maybe like 61, 62 with a wind chill. You finally made a stream? You talking like Twitch stream or what? All right, let's just eyeball what we think a shot is. My buddy Spencer gave me this Arret tequila for my birthday. I'm not a good gauge. Ooh, I think that was a little heavy. I think that was a little too much. Nah, your stream, just been a little busy and stuff. Oh, my stream. Sounds refreshing. Make me one. We'll see if you actually want one or not, you know. We got to see how this thing turns out. I think I got some citrus around here. Yeah, I got a little lime. Show you guys what I'm doing here, huh? This is a day off DIY, cooking DIY. We're gonna be showing you how to fix oil leaks with your limes and your citrus, and how to make a drink when you can't fix your BMW, so you can drink your pain and misery away. Anyways, I got big news on the giveaway car, guys, and I got some super sick content coming. I'm uploading a video right now. I just made the thumbnail. I got to fly a plane. Eric, who's E46 I'm always working on, we did the paint work with Quality Body Works, that guy. He hits me up a couple weeks ago and he says, hey dude, I found a BMW in Sacramento I want to go look at. You want to go inspect it with me? We'll fly my plane and you can fly it the whole way. And I was like, what? Yes, of course. So I packed up all my diag tools and we jumped in a Cessna 172 and we flew here from the north coast of California over to Sacramento to McClellan Air Base. And then we borrowed a little Camry and went over to this dealership and inspected this BMW. And we didn't end up buying it, but it made for a super sick video. I put my camera up in the plane while we were flying and got some pretty sick content. Filmed the whole inspection process too. Should be a pretty sick video. Corbin, you got your license? That's sick, dude. Bartender DIY. What's up? Should we go blood orange or grapefruit? Or pineapple? I've done blood orange, I've done the grapefruit. They're both really good. I gotta go see what's cold in my fridge anyways. And then the barbecue's heated up. We gotta get that tri-tip on there. J-Boy says blood orange, we're doing blood orange. What's up, Sage? She was waiting outside. What's up? What's up? Come here. Hello. So I worked on the E46 giveaway car today, and I did some check engine light diag on it. If you guys remember, or if you watched the video on that thing, it had a pretty hard single cylinder misfire. So I diagged it during the inspection video, which is coming out soon. Should probably be out sometime this week or next weekend. And got into more check engine light diag today. It looks like the mass airflow sensor's bad, as well as a camshaft position sensor. So I ordered those up, and I want to get the thing like super dialed in before we start doing big videos on it. Because I got other big news. We got a new sponsor this week, Knippix German hand tools, which is just like an absolute dream sponsor. I love that company so much. I've been drooling over their hand tools ever since I started as a mechanic. All the Snap-on dealers carry Knippix tools, and everybody that's in the industry just knows how solid they are. So I'm super excited to be working with those guys. They're actually probably going to sponsor the inspection video. And I talked to FCP Euro today, and they're sponsoring pretty much the whole series. They're going to be taking care of me with so many parts. And yeah, so we got Knippix on board, and FCP Euro is just going to be taking care of me big time with all the parts. They want to do front suspension, rear suspension, all the oil leaks. Like, I was going to kind of go budget style, because I kind of got to go budget style in my situation, but they're just completely so on board. So I'm trying to get a parts list built up. And in the meantime, I'm just doing what I can to try to knock out the check engine light and see how solid of a car it really is. FCP giveaways. FCP's jumping on with me for the giveaway, for the free giveaway car. I hear Sage crying out there. Other news too, there was something else. Looking pretty good, pretty frosty. I didn't do too big of a pour. Okay, I need your guys, ooh, that was a little bit bigger of a pour. Yeah, I was wrong. I need your help. I need your advice. I need your opinions. For anybody that has engine knowledge. I did a compression test on the E46 giveaway car. 5 of 6 cylinders were 175, 180. One cylinder was 130. And then I tested it again. I got 150, played around with it, steady 150, and then poured some Marvel Mist oil down the cylinder to see if we could get it to come up by just really lubricating the oil control ring and in the compression ring. And it jumped up to like 220, super high jump up. So now I'm just wondering, like, shoot, is that 130 to 150 compression in that single cylinder gonna bite me in the ass? You know, like, are we gonna do all this work on this engine and that cylinder is gonna give out and we'll need an engine? So I don't know, I want your guys' opinions because I'm on the fence. Because I'm like, dude, do we invest thousands and thousands of dollars in getting this engine tight? Do we put an engine in it? Do we wait to see if it fails and then we put the engine in it? I really don't know what to do. Which is why I just bought these components to get the check engine light cleared, mass airflow sensor and camshaft sensor. If you want to see that video, by the way, I made a short today. It's on Instagram and TikTok. It was too long to upload to YouTube, so I couldn't upload it as a short. But yeah, if you guys got any engine knowledge, let me know. Give me your 2 cents on what you think we should do. Flip-flop time. What up, Junk? Junkie. We're grilling, tri-tips, having cocktails, and talking BMWs. CD, I don't realize how much of a legend I am, man. But I'm just trying to do my best. But I appreciate the kind words, dude. I appreciate it. Tri-tip time. I am just solo today. I'm a bachelor again, gentlemen. So we're having cocktails and cooking tri-tip and having bachelor dinner tonight. Tri-tip and rice. 2 ingredients. That's all you need. Anyways, maybe you guys don't care about compression tests or my question, but I am curious of your guys' input. If we got any knowledgeable engine folks in the chat here. Single again, my friend, but for good reasons, you know. I'm excited for the future. I'm gonna find Mrs. Right, but you know, I do an engine flush, try to clean carbon off the rings. That's not a bad idea. I think we should get an engine flush treatment. Grill's nice and hot. Tri-tip going down. I put some Kinder's wood-fired garlic spices on here. Right in the hot spot. Bring the cutting board inside. I did bore scope the cylinder. Great question, Echo. I need to, I need to upload that video. Upload the videos and make sure I include that in the inspection video. Very, very good point. I did bore scope the cylinder. I didn't, like, the cross hatching was decent. There, you did a piston soak and it got worse. Ouch. Yeah, so there was like a singular score line running up the wall of the cylinder. And I looked at the cylinder next to it, which had good compression, and it had that same line. So I was like, maybe that's not the issue. Poured some Marvel Mist oil down there. Soon as I did, just like a little splash. Soon as I did, the compression just spiked. Like the 3rd or 4th crank, it was up to like 200, 220. It jumped really fast. So I'm not sure. I don't really know what to do. Thinking it's worth selling my, yes I know, but car's still going 250K. Especially the N54. The M54 is an absolute tank. Like, it's one of the most reliable BMW engines ever made in my opinion. CD says, I'm thinking if it's worth selling my 09 328 and getting a 2011 335i. My only car and daily driver. Well, depends on what you want, right? Do you want power and speed, or do you want reliability? Because if you got an 09 328, you got an N52, and that's like one of the most, right there, more reliable. I have to say, more reliable than the M54. It's probably the most reliable engine that I've ever seen and worked on in my time with BMWs. And so, depends on which way you want to go. Honestly, the 335s are pretty sick. You're talking about the M57? You want reliability and power. Two things that are difficult to come by being even, you know? You're currently dealing with clogged cats. Gonna have to waste a day soon. Yeah, that sucks. The M57 is sick. They pretty much only have diesel exhaust fluid system issues. Fix my mic here. But other than the diesel exhaust fluid, M57s are super legit, and they're super fuel efficient, and they're reliable, and they have a lot of power. So yes, that is actually a decent recommendation. Yeah, you know, I don't really have much experience with the B58, so I can't really speak on them much. Not a fan of the N55. The N54 is fun, but it is the farthest thing from reliable. Turbo oil lines always leak, pan, filter housing, injectors are so expensive, high pressure fuel pump, water thermostat, water pump. N54s can be super high maintenance too. Honestly, I personally think that your 328's the move, you know? Keeping the N52, but at the end of the day, you know, if you got the money in the bank to spend a little bit more on repairs and maintenance, get the car you really want, right? Life's pretty short for driving boring cars, you know? Stop talking like that about the N54. Bro, I got one right here. I got one right here. Like, they're super fast. I would probably take an N54 over an N55 if that makes you feel any better. Alex, you shouldn't have buyer's remorse, dude, but you're just gonna have to learn how to work on these things, which I don't know, you might already, but you know, like, they just get pricey. You have to have a big bank account sometimes. Like, if you get a problematic N54, like, dude, I've put $6 grand into this thing. SR20 engines, I don't have any knowledge on the SR20s. The S54s are legendary. S54 is a super badass, super cool motorsport engine. It's one of my favorites, the S54 and the S62. The S62 is, thanks to you, mine's running good right now. Awesome, I'm glad to hear it, dude. I'm blessing you, Alex, with long-lasting N54 reliability. Blessed you. Tri-tip smoking. Better check this thing. Probably need to, I think I'm just gonna like do a hot sear on it on both sides. Oh shit, I brought my tongs inside. We're burning. We need the tongs. Amen. I love the S54. My dream car, E39 M5 with the S62. I had this dude hit me up on Instagram. He's like, hey, I got a broken M5 if you want to buy it. And I'm like, really, dude? Like, E39 M5? Like, there's no way. Like, please send me all the information that you have on the car. And so he did, and I'm like, yeah, send me the VIN. And I'm looking at the photos and stuff, and I'm like, it looks a little off. And then I run the VIN, and it's like a 2001 528i. And I'm like, bro, you don't have an M5, dude. You got a 528i. Like, why'd you tease me, man? And he's like, well, it's pretty much the same thing. You know, they've done all the things to it. I'm like, no, bro. Like, you got a 6-cylinder engine in there. The M5 is a mighty beast of a V8. We got a We got a little bark on it, but it's okay. We're gonna turn down the grill a little bit. With drinking and doing a live at the same time, it's gonna happen. Best BMW ever made, in your opinion, is the S85. S85 is pretty cool. You know, they really don't have that many things wrong with them besides the rod bearings, but I saw a lot of premature rod bearing failure on the S65 and the S85. You guys want to see the giveaway car? Let's go look at the giveaway car. I made a list on this sucker. Detailed list. I did compression test, fixed the misfire, made a giant list of every single thing that it needs. Let me show you. Here she is in all her glory. Just did some mass airflow testing today, trying to figure out the check engine light. Did some looking at the cam sensor, played around with the connection, did a little diagon on it. Swapped a ignition coil from my other E46 into this thing in order to figure out that it was a coil that was bad. It followed, but it was just acting a little funny. Anyways, top is working. What up, Frankie? We're cocktailing and grilling and talking cars. I should probably unplug that OBD2 scanner over there so it doesn't draw on the battery. Yeah, this car's kind of weird. The fog lights are permanently stuck on even with the key out. I think it's the light control module that's acting up. But I mean, she needs some work. She needs seat covers. I was poking around the center console today because I'm going to sort of order up all the parts to refresh this. We're getting new piece here. I don't think I'm going to do the whole new piece, the whole sort of assembly, but new cup holders, new little chingadera, refresh all that stuff. We got a broken window switch here, but windows still work. Seat controls, passenger seat controls are a little sticky. This little piece is missing on the convertible top assembly. Put some floor mats in it. And yeah, it needs oil filter housing, valve cover, oil pan. Suspension is decent, but I'll probably do suspension front and rear. Cooling system needs an overhaul. Water pump's leaking. I pressure tested that. Needs a bumper. Oh, I just remembered it needs headlight lenses, so we need to add that to the list. Probably fog lights too. It does need a lot of work. It needs a lot of work. It is far from cherry. But I talked to a gentleman by the name of Miguel Perez yesterday. He is the nephew of Gerardo who gave me the car. And he volunteered to paint the entire car and do all of the body work for free, which is unbelievable. It's amazing what trying to be of service and trying to do goodwill and just putting your best out there. He just wants to be a part of the project. He saw his uncle give it away and he's like, yeah, me and my dad own a body shop down here in Salinas, California, and he wants to step up and do his part on it and paint the whole damn thing and fix the rear quarter panel, which is absolutely huge. Like, if I could get his help with that, that would be amazing, because I ain't a body guy. So pre-2002, yeah, I think it is pre-facelift. Let me double check, because I forgot my cocktail. Dude, CD, you are right on the money, dude. Pre-2010 BMWs, it's where it's at. I'm a E-chassis guy. Yes, we have downturned corner lights. Factory clears, I think. So, new lenses. This thing is super wet. It is saturated, my guys. It is saturated. 100%. It would literally save me thousands of dollars. Like, to fix, let me show you the bodywork. Tri-tip's doing okay. Knobnard, E36 when? Next car maybe, next car. If someone were to have given me an E36, I would have done it instead. But yeah, pretty crunched. Into the fuel door. It'll probably need a new fuel door, new rear bumper, new front bumper. I'm just a little spooked right now with the compression. I'm just a little spooked. I'm just afraid that we're gonna do all this stuff. I go drive it cross country to whoever wins the car and the engine kaputzes on me. I'm just scared. If I had steady 180 numbers across the board, even with oil consumption, I wouldn't be hesitant, but that 150 number, the original 130 number, it just, a little spooked. But we'll see. I'm gonna put a mass airflow sensor in it, put a crank sensor in it. Looks a lot better in the video the other day. Yeah, we didn't do too many close-ups. It's not leaking, it's not a BMW. Dude, they all leak. My manual trans Blue E46 truly is not leaking right now though. It still needs pressure washing. It looks like it's leaking at the high pressure power steering hose, like you guys saw in that video, but it's actually not leaking. I don't think the N54 is really leaking right now too. Tri-tip, baby! Lightweight, baby! But yeah, I talked to FCP Euro today and they are just so on board with it. So before I commit to doing a multiple video series with them, what's up, Junk from Malaysia? Appreciate it, Echo. Yeah, before I commit to like doing multiple videos and putting thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of parts into this thing, new mass airflow sensor, new cam sensors, and then drive it. Get it nice and hot. It does have a leak at the water pump right now, so I can't get it too hot, but drive it really hard and see how the engine performs. Medium rare, please. I will. I'll be pulling it medium rare. All right, Isaac had a question. What are your thoughts on the 2025 Z4 manual? I don't know, man. To be honest, my BMW knowledge stops at like 2015, man. It's really a weak point in my game. You could call me like a E-chassis kind of guy. Yeah, mid to late E-chassis, maybe a little F-chassis, F05s, F10s, F30s. I know a little bit about those. I worked on those a little bit. Newest engines I got up to were like N20s, N63, good amount of N55s. So any of the new stuff, I ain't got the knowledge. I'm gonna be pulling this sucker at like 120, probably like 120 degrees, 125. We gotta get some rice going too. Love my 325 Ti compact, sadly auto tranny. You know what, that's okay. Auto trannies ain't bad. You got a 6-speed manual car, you got an automatic trans car. Tell you what, I'd rather be driving in traffic, automatic, 100%. Oh yeah, that was hidden tech right there. I just flipped the tri-tip on its edge and lowered the lid and put the top grate to push it down so we can sear that little side edge. S63, I think the S63 is better than the N63, but to be honest, I'm not a big fan of the N63. That is, that car is a straight headache as a mechanic. The turbo coolant lines are just like super plastic and brittle. And I think they had valve seal issues like the N62s did. Yeah, Ricky, at least you got some E30 knowledge. I'm not too keen on the early E's, but S63, I don't have too much experience to talk about them, but yeah, man, the N63s left a really bad taste in my mouth. Yeah. What's up, Sage? All right, 30 more seconds on this side. Question for you guys. What do you think is the best day to put up uploads? I've been doing Saturdays. If you guys haven't noticed, I've been steadily uploading every Saturday for the last few weeks, and I'm trying to get consistent because I know you guys probably want consistency. You'd probably like a video once a week minimum, so I'm trying to hit once a week minimum. I got the cache of videos stocked up. I'm in pretty dang good shape right now. I got a nice little catalog. But yeah, what do you think? Thursdays, Fridays, every day? Yeah, I wish. Nice, I did it again on the other side. Sick. Honestly, hydraulic steering is way better than electric. I didn't have many issues with the electric power steering pumps and the electric rack and pinions, but hydraulic it has a different feel to it, right? Frankie says Friday. Bogues, what's up, Bogues? Good to see you in here. Bogues says Saturday nights. The only challenge is, okay, from a creator's perspective, let me give you the intel. So the first few hours and how your video performs dictates how much YouTube will push it out on the algorithm to other people. So you want to hit like the heaviest traffic days possible, which for me are usually like Friday, Saturday, Sundays, at least on the back end in YouTube Studio that I can look at. So that gives me like a little bit of insight. So I think if I were to do nighttime, I don't know, it might be a challenge because, yeah. I have YouTube always on my second monitor, hell yeah. Monday through Thursday, because that's when I watch videos after work. Yeah, that's like, you know, and that's how a lot of people are. You know, they watch videos when they get home from work. They get done, they get to treat themselves with a little bit of content with some of their favorite YouTubers. Right now I've been doing Saturdays at 8 a.m. but I think I might switch it up. Do you have a video about every E46 evap leak cause? I don't. But I should do some more work on evaps. Gotta check that tri-tip smoke. All right, we gotta work. Let me get this rice going and then we'll do more. We need a cup and 3/4. We're gonna do some garlic and herb. Garlic and herb Far East rice pilaf mix. This stuff's been pretty good. It's easy. Best way to flush E90 N54 coolant. I bought one recently and it was the wrong coolant. Honestly, I would just pull the hoses off of the thermostat and water pump. The N54s, to my knowledge, the E90 radiators, they don't have a drain petcock on the bottom. If they do, and I'm mistaken, then I would pull it there and flush from there. But it might need a couple flushes. It's kind of hard to get all the coolant out of those systems. You could also just disconnect like 2 hoses and then run a garden hose into the system to try to get the coolant out. But what's wrong? Like, did you put a green coolant in or something? 2005 X3 with a manual trans. I think that'd be sick. That's an M54. How have you reached the point of living the dream? Tell you what, man, doesn't feel like I'm living it, but I'm doing my best. Doing my best. I'm hoping to be able to make a living by paying it forward and being a service and doing good things for the world. And I think we're slowly getting there. The bills are paid. Bills are paid for now. Green coolant, honestly, just do your best, man. Get the most out of the system, and the blue will mix with the green a little bit, and they're compatible, so I wouldn't trip on it too much if it's stressing you out, you know? Day off cooking. How do you even know if you buy an N54 if it's worth buying or not? I would just look at the overall exterior of the vehicle. Are the underbody panels there? Are they saturated in oil? Does it look like the previous owner actually took care of their car? And if you can have service records with an N54, that's huge, because Was the low pressure fuel sensor updated? Has someone put a high pressure fuel pump in it? Are the injectors original? Water pump and thermostat, you know. Also, when you run it, if you test drive an N54, can you hear the wastegates rattling on the turbos? That's a super clear indicator that, hey, you're about to have to spend a lot of money on your car on turbos. So there's a couple things you can do. All right, this tri-tip's got a little bit too much bark on it, but I like a little bark. We let her get a little hot. We're gonna kick this thing down now to a nice low. Oven cook this thing, go get the thermometer. But the MS4 3 tuning videos, specifically secondary air delete, rear O2 sensor delete. I've never done secondary air delete, and I've never done O2 sensor deletes. And that's just because I worked in a shop for so long. We had to be by the book, make sure that everything was smog legal, and we didn't do any aftermarket components or any tuning of that sort. We're pretty much just like a dealership alternative. So I'm really not experienced in the aftermarket game. I really should be. I have one viewer that is always telling me, downpipe and tune your N54. Downpipe and tune your N54. So pre-purchase inspection would be worth always. Nice. Charcoal helps upset stomach. Cool. I get it on all of my ribeyes like once a week. Yeah, man. So that airplane flying video I'm going to release tomorrow, which is going to be sick. You guys are going to like it. I was pretty much doing a pre-purchase inspection for my friend Eric. He even paid me to fly his plane to McClellan Air Base, which was super legendary. And, you know, I found $4,000 or $5,000 worth of repairs. And the guy wanted like $6,400 for like a 130,000 mile E46. And I was just like, He lied about a lot of the work he told us that he did. You know, he's like, oh, I just put a new clutch in it. And I'm like, oh, did you put a new flywheel or did you have it resurfaced? Oh, yes, I put one of those in. And then we go to drive it and the clutch is just stuttery and you can just feel it. No, I'm not a pilot. But my buddy who's a certified flight instructor took me and I got to fly. So it'll be a sick video. And yeah, the clutch was totally chattering because the flywheel was warped and he didn't put a new one in it. And he told us that he did. And I was like, did you buy a dual mass flywheel? Like it's like a $600 part or more. Like you would have known. Yes, I put one in. And then we go drive it and then I talk to him. No, I didn't do that. Just the clutch. And I'm like, bro, you need to take the whole trans out again. You have to redo the clutch again because you didn't do it right when you went in there. Oh, I had my guy do it. He said just one bolt was rusty. He replaced that one bolt. I'm like, dude, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So, but getting to my point, what I did for Eric is a pre-purchase inspection. What I did for Eric was a pre-purchase inspection. And he tried to pay me $300 and I refused, and he ended up giving me $200, which was cool. I went and bought some groceries, but I saved him thousands of dollars in the long run. Have you ever been in a car accident? I've been in never really like a bad one. I rear-ended a car pretty good in my old Jeep Cherokee, my first car. It was her fault though. Definitely her fault. She just slammed on her brakes in the left lane and tried to U-turn over a double yellow, and I rear-ended her so hard. Is it worth resurfacing rotors? If you can't afford to buy new rotors, then yes. Rice is going in, guys. Rice is going in. So if you look at the hat on the rotor, it'll actually tell you what the minimum thickness is. And so if you have a brake caliper micrometer or a way to read the thickness of the brakes inside of the lip, you can see what the minimum thickness is and then factor in how much thickness you need to remove in order to machine them and see if you can resurface them. But the challenging part is finding a competent shop that can actually resurface them, and honestly not many people resurface rotors anymore, so you might as well just replace the rotors while you're in there. If they're rears, it's always a good idea to replace them on like the early e-chassis because the parking brake shoes use the inside of the rear rotors as a drum. So it's like a rear rotor slash brake drum. And so you want to keep maximum thickness on those drums in order to have a nice strong parking brake, and adjust it, of course. But I'm a huge believer in if you're doing brakes, pads, rotors, sensor, do it good. BMWs, I like Akibono pads, Akibonos and Techstars, and I also like Zimmerman rotors. Zimmerman rotors are good. Rotor's only a month old, so I don't know if it's good or not. If your rotor's a month old, it should be good. Just feel it. You need to see if there's any large grooves in the, you need to see if there's any large grooves. Going in the dishwasher, gotta get my lid. If it's all grooved out, then get it machined. Have someone turn the rotors for you. O'Reilly Auto Parts used to machine rotors. I actually used to machine rotors while I worked there, and then I machined rotors when I worked at the Mazda dealership. But BMW rotors are very soft, so by the time you go through your brake pads, you're usually due for rotors anyways. So I always like to do them together, because then if it squeaks, I can blame the parts. I better go get my thermometer. And the flame was so low on my barbecue, it blew out from the wind. That is a no good. My E46 is blowing hot air while all aircon is off. Do you know why that is? Yeah, so Ricky knows what's up. So, like, is your air completely off? Like, do you have your blower motor turned off? You have the little dial set to 0? Because if you do, and there's just like a real light flow of air coming through the vents, then you have your blend door set to incoming outside air instead of recirc. So like as air flows across the hood in the vehicle, it will naturally get forced into there. But it kind of depends on the specifics of your issue. Thanks for the input on the posting days though. I'm gonna post tomorrow morning because I want to. And I want to get a video out to you guys. Maybe I'll copy his other channel I watch, Bob Does Sports. You guys probably never heard of Bob Does Sports. He does some real funny golf content. They do Thursdays, just a steady Thursday upload. That might be good, Thursday upload. Yeah, it's just that I replaced the rear rotors plus pads. Okay, Zimmerman rotors, Akibono pads, hell yeah. Caliper wasn't working properly and it was ruining the rotor. I had to get a new caliper. That sucks. What'd you say it was, an E36? It's about the age where a caliper will start to become an issue, you know. Plus a new brake hose for one side and the rotor has a line in it now, you know what I mean? If the line isn't that bad, just let it ride. You know, brake dust might get trapped in there a little bit, but you machine one side and now you're like half thickness on 2 brand new rotors. I would just let it ride and see what happens. You know, if it starts to squeak, then you could address it. Well, I got distracted and overcooked the tri-tip, but that's okay. It's not that overcooked. It's like 130. How are the new chickens doing? The new chickens are doing great. They're doing phenomenal. I got an update on those chickens coming. Oh, it's on an E90. It's on your E90 daily. That's interesting. I wouldn't expect a caliper to fail on an E90 like that, but sometimes they do. Show the Grillin. I'll show you my overcooked tri-tip that I'm about to go pull. And then I got to get focused because I've come to realize that it's kind of difficult to cook multiple things and drink alcohol and do a live all at the same time. Honestly, Bugs, I don't want to show you my tri-tip. It's a little hot. Hey, that side looks a little better. You can see that side. not as embarrassing. I did do a kick-ass tri-tip the other day with a bone-in ribeye. She'll be good though. Waiting on some more parts for the giveaway car. Got to do some. Share your Spotify playlist with us. You know, I haven't really been using Spotify. I've been using YouTube Music because I got YouTube Premium because I just love YouTube. I'm a pro YouTube, and YouTube Music comes with it, and it's pretty cool. All right, don't drop the tri-tip. I'm gonna go show you guys the new chickens and the new chicken setup, and then I'm gonna get Sage some dinner, sign out here, and chop up some tri-tip and keep this rice watching. But welcome to the kitchen, my friends. Welcome to the kitchen. I love all you YouTube OGs. You guys are just the best. That's why I'm on YouTube Live and not Instagram Live. Sage, come on. Come on. All right. So we got the OG chicken coop here. New chicken door I installed in that video, a little roof I built. And here are the new girls. We got 8 more chickens, so we got 15 total. That's a silky. And we got the speckled ones are cuckoo Morans. And then that black one there is a Jersey Giant. And this one is a black sexling, like I have over here. So same as my, it's so hard to see with this chicken wire. Same as my black ones. Thanks, dude, I appreciate you, dude. And then we got a broody little silky in here. Hey, she's hiding some eggs. I'll come disturb her later. But we got eggs. And yeah, basically I'm letting them integrate next to each other for 4 weeks or so they can get familiar with each other and the sights and smells. And because apparently you introduce 2 flocks of chickens to each other, they can kill each other. They're very territorial, and they don't like new visitors. So I'm trying to do it properly so I don't have any dead chickens on my watch, because I would be so sad. My friends give me his chickens, and thanks, Echo. I appreciate you. I'm gonna try to pass the dream to you guys as much as I can. I've come to realize that, like, the new giveaway process that I'm trying to do and fixing people's cars for free, that's my new business model, you know? I watched a Weston Chaplin video last night. He bought a chop shop's worth of Hellcat engines and a couple cars to go with it. And during the video, he's talking about a giveaway that he's doing. And then he says, go on my website, buy a bunch of my merch, $50 worth. That gets you an entry, unlimited entries. And I'm like, bro, that's not a giveaway. Like, you got so much money. You just spent $50,000 on a bunch of scrap Hellcat engines. Why don't you actually do a giveaway? Then I see Diesel Brothers. Same shit. Asking people to spend $75 worth of, diesel power merch in order to get entered to win their giveaway. I'm just like, man, we're going to do it right. We're going to break the game. We're going to change the game. We're going to change giveaways for good. I think we're going to actually make them real giveaways from now on. Hopefully we'll set a good example. But I got Knippix and I got FC Piero on my back on this one. And they believe in the cause, and you guys believe in the cause, so I appreciate it too. Big W's. Appreciate you, Chris. All right, gang, so I'm going to sign off. I got to babysit this rice, let this tri-tip rest a little bit. And then I'm going to go write the description for the plane flight video. Let me show you a sneak peek before I go. Thanks, Vert. Trying to make them proud. I'm trying to make everybody proud, especially Grandma. Let me show you guys. Hold on, I gotta make sure I'm not showing you precious info. Happy Friday, y'all. I hope you guys have a great weekend filled with friends, good drinks, good food, some good TV. Check it out. Pretty sick, huh? Yeah, see, I don't even know about the multipliers because, to be honest, I've never bought like merch from a creator like that. But I'm gonna work on some merch too. I'm gonna get some Sage designs. Look at this little gem of a puppy. She's an angel. She's a little angel. It was a Cessna 172. Cessna 172. It was sick. I got to fly for like 300 miles. About an hour, 45 minutes of flying each way. Yeah, it's a 172 with like 82 horse upgraded motor. So that video will be out tomorrow morning. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy your weekends. Take some time off, relax, get some peace, get some good food, get some good rest. And I'll try to do lives a little bit more regularly now. Thanks, CD. Appreciate you, man. And thanks for jumping in. Thanks for jumping into the live and hanging out with me. 52 minutes. Pretty solid. All right, gang. Day off DIY. Over and out. Go get some good food.